Good morning, everyone. It is Brenda here for Stamplicity, and welcome to Fun Friday. Happy Halloween, everyone. It is October 31st, and we're doing Christmas. Yes, I know that doesn't make sense, but anyways, we're doing Christmas because I thought these were really fun, and I just wanted to show you how to put these together. These are from Hunkydory. These are kind of concept card kits. They're the decoupage card kits, and we have two varieties here. We have the regular delightful golden oldies, and then we have the festive fun delightful golden oldies. These are super fun. All right, these both make 12 complete cards in here. All right, these kits, really easy. They have that wow factor because they do have a little bit of um, sparkle and shine to them. Really easy to put together, and they're just fun. So we have the Delight for Golden Oldies, and I'm just going to pull these out just to show you. You're going to get two of each of the designs. I love the Hunky Dory kits because um, everything is here. All you need is adhesive. The instructions are really good. All right, they have there. They'll show you the pictures there, and like I said, everything's in here. All right, you got your envelopes, you got your card bases. All right, so look it, and they've got that lovely foiling on there, which is fun. You've got your little insert pages as well for the inside of your cards. And then you have the kind of paper tolling 3D elements here. All right, and take a look at the imagery on here. All right, so these are the golden oldies. All right, so you're gonna get two of each design. All right, I love these guys. Look at, they're in the Christmas ones too. And you got the on the bike there, and then we've got her in the rollers, and then we've got the little spa girls there. Super fun and really easy to get put together. So I'm going to do a couple for each, just to show you how easy they both go together the same. Let's take a look at the Christmas one. Good morning, everyone. All right, this one really, I just love the fun on this one. Again, you're going to get everything in here, your cards, your inserts, envelopes. All right, really, this is really fun and festive. All right, look at these. I'm going to show you. All right, we've got the grandma in pajamas there. And then we've got the Bah Humbug. He's so much fun. And then we have the cute little Christmas couple. And then we got Grandma baking. And then we've got the little shopping girls. They're celebrating in style. And then we have the two besties here. They were in the originals as well, but now they're all decked out for the holidays with their beers. All right. So super fun. So let's make a few of these to show you how easy they are and how much fun they are. All right. So let me start with kind of the all season ones. So I'm just going to pick the first one that's on here, which is the Spa Girls. You know what? Let's do another one too. Let's pick out two. All right, let's do one of the masculine ones. I'm gonna do that one there. Okay, so pick your cards. All right, so I have my two card bases. Then you want to go and pick your inserts. All right, so these are the little inserts that's going to go in the inside. Now, they do kind of match up. All right, and what I mean that is like this one here with the gentleman on the bike here. On the background here, you can see kind of tire tracks. So you're going to pick the one that goes with it. So this one here has the tire tracks. So, and you can see the color scheme will match that nicely. So I'm going to grab one of those. And then this one here has kind of the bubbles in the background. So I'm going to find that one. I know it's really hard to see, but they are in there. So I'm going to pick those. So those are the inserts. All right, don't need my envelopes right now, but what I do need is our pop-out elements. All right, so I'm going to grab this one here is going to be for my spa girls. And then this one here is going to be for the gentleman on the bike. All right, so everything else I'm going to put away. Okay, so let's talk about when you put these together. Obviously, you need 3D foam adhesives. And I'm going to recommend that you probably use the thinner ones. And I've learned this over time. And maybe you're not even aware that our scrapbook adhesive 3D foam comes in two thicknesses. All right. So this is the regular thickness, and you can get into strips, you can get into the squares and the large squares. And if I hold this up to the camera, you can kind of see how thick they are. All right. This is what I typically will use on my regular cards when I want a little bit of dimension. But because there's so many layers on these cards and it can become a little bit too thick, I like using the thinner ones. All right. So I'm going to hold these together so you can kind of see they're kind of half the thickness. All right. So you're still going to get that elevation. You're going to get that dimension, but you're not going to get that crazy bulk. All right. So I do recommend having the thinner 3D foams for these ones because there are so many layers. Okay. So like I said, the instructions are in the kit. Very easy, only 4 steps. Remove the circular base from your decoupage topper from the card blank. So this is your card blank, and you are going to remove this guy here. All right. So, and then you can go ahead and fold the card. Now, if you have a bone folder handy, I do recommend that. Mine is still packed away, so I will just use the edge of my scissors. All right. So then you're going to take your insert and you are going to put that in here. Now, I always double check that my insert's going to fit in there nicely. I've had these ones where sometimes there, that one will fit in nicely. You want to kind of make sure that your, yeah, that's a little crooked there. Let's just make sure. Yeah, there we go. All right, so you just want to make sure that it's kind of squared and that everything kind of lines up in the front of the circle here. Sometimes you have to rotate the paper a little bit. All right, now let me get some adhesive and I'm going to go ahead and attach this down. That one is not working. We're going to go with glue then. All right. All right, perfect. All right, so that is the insert is now in there. And now we're going to go ahead and build our 3D element. Now, I always make sure that this is going to fit. So I'm going to put my adhesive and I'm going to fit it right through the window so we get the perfect alignment. All right, so, and then, all right, and then we can open this up. And now he is in there and ready to go. All right, so now we're just going to build up on our little image here. So these are really easy, and I've done these before, so if you've watched before, you know how this goes. You're just going to kind of go from the biggest to the smallest. Hunkydory does it in such a way that you're just going to kind of follow it from left to right, top to bottom. So I'm going to find this guy here because he's my biggest guy. And we're going to use the thin adhesive, foam adhesives on there. So you want to make sure that you poke out any innards on there as well. There was like a little piece between his arm there that you want to poke out. That's just going to give it extra dimension. And now you're just going to start layering. I don't have my tweezers. I did not unpack my craft supplies. I was at an event and they're still packed away. All right, so there's that. And then I'm going to go to the next one. And we're going to layer. Now, do you have to use all the layers? You don't. You don't. If you're too worried that it's going to be too bulky, you can pick and choose, all right? As long as you have a few layers on there, you're going to get that lovely effect. All right, it's really easy to line these up. I think I'm going to put another little adhesive behind him there, his hat. It's kind of falling down. All right. All right, so we're just going to keep on going. So I'm going to go to the next biggest one, which is this one here. And make sure the innards are punched out. You can kind of see on the back, when you turn it around, you'll see that, oh, there's pieces that need to be popped out. I love making these because these are great to like when you're sitting down watching a movie or TV, you can do this while you're doing that because they're so simple to do. Just get popped up backings all over the place, but all right, so we're just going to keep on lining this up, and you can see that that dimension is really happening. All right. All right, so then we're going to go, it's going to be this one here. Yes, Sherry, go Jays go. That's right. I'm so excited for tonight. All right. Just going to keep on building up. All right. We're going to go to this piece next. All right, take a look at that. You can really see the dimension on there. Much better than a flat image. All right. Keep on going here. All right, then I'm just going to probably do all the layers. I love it when it's all the layers. Okay, we're getting to the end of the pieces here. So we've got his little hat here. Now this one here, I'm going to have to cut some strips. The smaller pieces. Smaller pieces, you're going to need smaller foam adhesives behind them. So I'll just cut my foam adhesives in half and quarters to match what I need. Okay, and then we'll put this little cap on. What else do we got here? We have the little light for the motorcycle. Okay, so let's put that on. I really need my tweezers. I'm gonna find them before the next card. They're on the table, just in the other room, so I know where they are. All right, so there's that. Then we've got his little boot. And a little face here. That one, I think I need a little small one. I'll make sure I get this lined up now. They just make you smile. And then I have the little adventure sign that's in the background. And let's place that on. And now I think we have all the pieces on there. I'm just going to double check. Okay, so I have all the pieces on there. They always give you a couple of different little sayings in their sentiments. All right, so never too old for a midlife crisis and have fun on your birthday. They give you options. You can use them both. You can use them just once or maybe create your own. But there it is. What a fun card, right? So lots of dimension on there. I'm going to put have fun on your birthday. And I think I might actually put that on the front here. And I mean, you can now add, if you wanted to add gold pearls to this, but that is done. All right. So just a fun, right? Like it's got the wow factor. Did not take us very long to do. And now everyone always asks, well, where do you sign the card? Well, on the back side, you'll notice that we have a blank circle here. This is where you would put your little sentiment, your verse, and signage for the recipient. So it's kind of like a little piece of art. All right, so there's our first one. All right, let's do another one from this one. And let's do our little spa girl. So this is going to work the same way. All right. So we're going to punch out that front. All right. Fold our card. And then you're going to add your insert. Just dry fit it first to make sure you get the placement right. All right. So that one worked really well there. So we'll glue that down. Okay, that works. Okay, now we can build up our little spa girls here. All right, so again, you're going to start from biggest to smallest. You're just going to punch these out and then put your foam adhesives on the back and build up your little picture, your image. All right. I did not take the backings off. It would stick a lot better if you take the backings off. Ay, ay, ay. All right. And now we got this one. This one's got lots of pieces. I should have picked something that did not have as many pieces, but it's okay. So for those that don't like all that dimension, I mean, you can end it there. All right. It's got some dimension. It's still got that wow factor. But when you start adding all the extra little layers, it really comes to life. Um, so you can kind of pick and choose how many layers you want, but I tend to like all the layers. All right, so then now we're going to keep on going. Now we're going to go to the next biggest. All right, so we've got their little um, towels here that are on their head. And then we have their little laps. Oh, these just crack me up. I just think they're so sweet. Okay, I'm just going to show you that dimension on there. Look how sweet that is. Just so sweet. Okay, we're going to keep on going here. We got the little twist of the towel to put on. All right, then we have, what do we got here? We've got the little flower pot that's kind of in between their chairs. So we're going to add that on there. All right. Okay, then we have their little slippers. Oh, I thought I put the one on the wrong feet, but no, they switched the colors on me here. The one that's got the pink robe has the blue slippers. So worried. All right, and then we have their little arms holding the cucumbers up, so we're going to do those next. And then those are the last layers. So these ones are going to need strips on. And they're really easy to punch out as well. You don't have to go in there with your scissors or anything. They punch out so nicely and clean. All right. All right, we got one more to do. And then we're going to switch over to Christmas, and we'll make a couple from them. And you can see in no time you can make this whole pack, probably like, honestly, in about an hour's time. All right, there they are. Look how cute they are. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's go ahead and put this on. So I always put this flat. I figure there's enough dimension on the actual image, so I'm just going to put that. And then like I said, I like to fit it through my window. This way I know that it's perfect placement. And I will typically use liquid glue so that I can shimmy it this way and that. All right, so then once it's through, then I can give it a good little burnish. And now we have our little spa ladies. All right, let's be friends until we're old and gray, or birthday wishes. All right, let's be friends until we're old and gray. All right, and I'm going to put that right down in the corner. Again, you can put that wherever. You can put it up here, you can put it on the inside, but there is our second card. And these two cards were from the Delightful Golden Oldies, all right? So this was the all season one, I'm gonna call, all right? So again, you're gonna get 12 cards in the kit. 2 of each of the 6 designs, all right? And it comes with all your envelopes and everything, so which is awesome. All right, so let me just reset myself, and we're going to do some of the festive ones now. And they're going to go together the exact same way, all right? These are set up the same. So I wanted to definitely do our little beer drinking friends here. And then let's do, oh, we might as well do, let's see, which one has the less pieces? I'm going to do the grandma in pajamas, I think. All right, so those are my 2 cards I'm going to create, and then we need to find the 3D punch out. So we have that one and that one, and then we need the inserts, which are here. All right, so these ones here for the inserts might be a tad bit different, all right? So this one here, the brown, will actually match the plaid on the back side. So there's that one. And then this one here, you're gonna find that kind of reddy pink one that's got the stars, all right? So sometimes it's not based on the front. Look at the back as well. It's pretty easy to figure out the inserts. Okay, so let's do our beer drinking friends. All right, so I'm gonna pop that out, fold that, and let's put our insert in there. All right, that's good to go. So I'm just going to frame this in, my insert. All right, so that's ready to go. I'm going to do this one as well. I'm going to do, maybe I'll do both at the same time. Okay, so our cards are ready to go. I'm going to put them to the side. I'm going to grab my 2 images here, and let's start building them up. All right, so again, biggest to smallest. I need a little assistant here, and they can be putting my foam adhesives on the back. So again, I'm using the thinner foam adhesives. For all the dimension that's going to happen. Your thinner ones are going to be your best friend on this one without creating too much bulk. Okay, and let's just keep on going here. right. And let's go. I picked one that has so many pieces. So you got to be careful when you look at some of these because we got the two heads of this gentleman here, but you got to go over the biggest one. All right. So this one, he has the collar on and the other one, he doesn't. So always double check that you have the right one because some of them will look similar. All right. So now I'm going to move on to the pajama grandma here. Now, I'm not going to finish these all the way up. I'll finish them off camera. You guys get the idea of how these work. I'm just going to put a few layers on here. I'll get them into my card. I'll finish them off camera, and then I'll post the pictures of them done. I'm not going to do anything else with them. You can add gold pearls, like I said. Maybe you have some embellishments that will work. But these are super just easy to do and have that fun element and that wow factor. So let me just get this on just so that you can kind of see almost the end result. So once I have her done, then we're just going to place her through the opening on the front. All right, so there's that. And let's put our gentleman on. And again, I'm going to fit that right through the front window for perfect placement. All right, and then I'm going to add my little sentiments on these ones, and then they will be done as well. So these are the Festive Fun Golden Oldies, and the other kit that I was using was just the Golden Oldies. Each of these create 12 cards, comes with everything you need except for the foam adhesive and your adhesive, but envelopes, inserts, everything is there, and you get 12 cards, which I think is great. So both are available now. So just a fun little way to show you how to do these. That's it for Fun Friday today, everyone. So I'll finish these up. I'll post them on our Facebook page in the next little bit. And thanks for joining me.